Cerberus, his name is Ben. This man is cool, he's always zen. Mark calls him the man to the left. Is he our favorite host? Most deaf. He builds all themes, a crazy mix. Go catch them on his Insta pics. Yet here he stands, a broken mind. Do castles suck? Or are they divine?
Everyone kept saying this weird thing to me, that I preferred space to castle. And they kept saying that I was promoting this rumor. I felt very gaslit.
He lets his kids join him on the stream. He ain't much to see, but his wife's a dream. He's Daddy Ben when he puts down the brick, but you can call him Z when he's getting clips. A man of split minds torn apart, caught between his head and heart. Castles stand in full core E. In his soul, spaceships run free.
There is no proof that I have ever said anything negative about Castle in my entire existence. In fact, look at my title. It says Ben Loves Castle.
His walk-up track is almost done. He's about to pull up the show run. Did he build a computer this week? Or will he show us something more sleek? Castle banner, ship engines glow. Brother, tank, Ted to the show. Remember to hit subscribe and like. Mark and Ben gonna drop the mic.
Hello and welcome back to Think Outside the Blocks, your weekly official Brickworld live stream where we talk to you about thinking outside of the perceived rigidity of the Lego medium and also about thinking outside of your mental blocks. I, of course, am one of your hosts, Mark Larson, Chief Brick Officer of Brickworld. This guy over here, the guy on my left, Mr. Z Cerberus Ben Hauger. How are you doing this week, sir?
I'm doing all right, Mark. We thought last week after our walk-up songs were introduced, they were a little long for walk-ups, but they'd make some potentially nice alternate intros.
Yeah.
So we're throwing the Z Cerberus alternate intro today. Maybe next week we'll do the Mark one.
Yeah.
Welcome Tainted still going to be our main theme.
Yeah.
But we'll mix it up a little here and there.
Hell yeah. I would say thank you to the Tainted for joining us. Rob Claxton, channel member, has been here since 10:30 a.m. At least that's when I first noticed him here. V Mac Attack, channel member as well, is here. He brought toasties for our tomato soup night. Brick Orphanage is here. Hello, Tainted Ones. Monica Berry, ahoy hoy to you as well. Amy Schultz is here. Ralph Nader is here. Happy to relax with some conversation tonight. Yeah, I need to relax as well. It's been quite a weekend. I'm at Matt Husband's family reunion. We had Matt and I and 90 of his relatives yesterday for 8 hours in the sun at the beach. So it's been quite a time. Yep, I already hit Rob Claxton, sorry. Pat S. is here. Welcome, Pat. Very excited to be catching this live. We're excited to have you here. Sarah DeRossa, channel member as well, is here. Good evening, Taints.
That's the only way to greet someone on this channel.
We've been going Tainted Ones, but I mean, let's just cut straight to it. You're all Taints. Welcome, Taints. Jesse's Bricks Galaxy, one of our common co-hosts here, is also here. Says hello as well, and it looks like Rob Claxton has joined once again.
Did he unjoin and then join again, or is he just hoping to hear a song?
I have a feeling that he's doing he's not a repeating member. He's getting one a month, but it's worth a song for me. If that's the way we're going to do it, then we're definitely going to do it that way. Let me find a good one here for us. Let's go with this.
Welcome to Blockleverse, no souls around. Cheap sights and sounds, no life to be found. Photoshop toys on twin Siamese. Fathers and sons making IEDs. Welcome to the Blockleverse, everyone is checked. Water slides are funny, hands are grotesque. Car best police, house cake topped off. Minnie's passed out, her head's popped off. Welcome to the Blockleverse, where dreams distort. Bad Photoshop, orphans in an eastern port.
Awesome. So Rob has been a member for 2 months. So he's got his 2 month free super comment, and here it is, just an update. So that's I guess why that comes in. Now I know what it looks like when I see it in the comments, and now I know not to be like, "What? I thought he was a channel member every time that happens. So welcome again, Rob Claxton. Thank you. And if you guys are wondering what's going on with the memberships, you can join our stream. Be a member of our stream for $1.99 a month. I have a song for that. I just haven't made a video for it yet. So that will play every time someone joins. But of course, whenever you make a super or you join right now, what we'll do is we'll play for you one of our GarageBand songs. You can, if you make a super, you can always make a request, or join as a member. You can make a request for which song you would like to see. I think there's 7 of them now. There's 8 at least, because I made one for your walk up song for tonight. I'm excited about that. So like and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. We are 70 subscribers away from 1,000. Always smash that like button if you're liking what you're seeing. And who doesn't love this beautiful ambient light that I'm in tonight? If you like this ambient light, hit that like button. And of course, you can always join us as a channel member if you would like. And then we'll get a good explanation once I get that song done of what you get for being a channel member. But you get access to some fun Fabuland emojis, and you get we don't know what else yet. You get your special tag in the Tainted. You get your free super chats. But Ben and I have not really talked about it much yet. But we're gonna beef up our memberships and see if we can't offer you guys more incentive to join us, and more for the ones who've already joined us. Because $1.99 a month in this economy, that's like 14 cents just 1 year ago.
From 2 years ago, yeah.
V Mac Attack is in the house and for some reason counted 10,000 light bluish gray 2x4 bricks today. That sounds like fun.
Interesting
Part
choice.
scale, friend. Yeah, part scale. Unless you're selling exactly that amount, do part scale. That'll save you some time.
Indeed.
So cool. So how about that run of show, Ben?
Yeah, I was afraid
As always, I'm wondering what's going on tonight. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Well, I was afraid to bring it up while our song was playing because I can never remember whether or not it's like going to cut us off when I start throwing a bunch of slides up on here. It turns out it looks like I can just add them willy-nilly and it won't do a thing. So that's fine, but let's bring it up. This first one, just news of the week. I don't think we want to talk about any of these too much. Just wanted to memorialize what had happened if you're watching in the future and you realize what kind of week we had. Our friend Richard Simmons died yesterday.
Yes, Shannon.
And Shannon Doherty today. She had cancer. She was struggling with that for a while.
And Dr. Ruth.
And her name didn't start with an S, so she didn't make the cut here.
She was a sex therapist. Sex therapist, Dr.
Sex
Ruth.
Therapist, Dr. Ruth. Political candidate was shot yesterday. That was pretty shocking. Apparently, it's Shannon with an E. That's exciting for Shannon Doherty fans to know. Yeah. So just acknowledging that had happened. I think there's a news conference going on about that last one.
Yeah.
You could, hey, if you want more entertainment though, what the heck? Watch us instead. The second
also,
one here,
as for sitcom star Benji Gregory, also died. The kid from Elf died of heat exhaustion from, I guess, living out of his van. Maybe I misunderstood the headline I read.
Super Bowl champion Jacoby Jones also died.
Geez. Yeah, I did not know that one.
Yeah.
V Mac Attack says it's for lug bulk.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
And welcome, Rielgar's we've already thrown up comments from him.
Yeah, Shannon with an E.
Also a channel member, he is here now. Welcome, Rielgar. Thanks for joining us. You're a taint, apparently. We've renamed.
You're just a taint.
Instead of being the tainted ones, you are all taints now. Thank you to Sarah DeRosa. As for Sarah DeRosa, one of our wonderful channel members.
I knew that there was a good chance I wouldn't be solo today, but I am solo parenting the next couple days. My wife is in S for Salt Lake City. So I think our stream's going to be a little more condensed today because Mark's got to eat dinner. He's in St. Louis, the second slash here for the family reunion.
Yeah.
We'll talk about some stuff we built, soups and sets. So I don't know. And Star Wars villains. I don't know what those could be. Sounds like maybe a close call on a rant.
Yeah.
And then you'll see Mark next week, but not me. I will be on vacation. I even get vacation sometimes.
I have 90 minutes. That's what I told my family that we would do because it's our first time to have an intimate setting with some of Matt's family members besides being around 90 people. So I mean, if the conversation is hot with the taints, if you got hot taints in the house at 8:30, then you can you certainly feel free to continue. But emergency, we have a new member. Amy Schultz has joined us.
Amy.
as a channel member. Thank you, Amy, for joining us. And let's see. If you don't have a song request, I will just pick one. And if you come up with one while I am playing what I play, then we'll play that one after this.
Of steel, a giant stands, a mech with heavy advanced commands, each step a quake, a thunderous might, eyes aglow in the endless night. A saint beneath, dark and vast, power fierce, shadows cast, a mighty tank beneath its core, a warrior spirit, ancient lore. Welcome, Tainted, a lace-up tunic or medieval hoodie. Welcome, Tainted, let's talk about color, or should we? Welcome, thinking outside the blocks. Welcome, Tainted. Thanks for joining us, you rock!
Now we're going to have to add Amy Schultz's name to that list. Thank you all, our channel members. Thank you, of course, Amy Schultz, for joining us. We really appreciate the support. All of the proceeds now from memberships are definitely going directly back into the live stream. And the, what's it called? I need to add a video to that anyway, because it's a little boring to just see that spaceship thing and just read the lyrics. And there's lots of visuals in those lyrics that I could be working on. Yeah, so Brick Orphanage says that VMAC Attack needs an S for scale. I was like, we missed an opportunity to go back over our Scala. But yeah, it's a pretty packed run of show already.
We're pretty packed, yep.
Now that Amy Schultz says now that she's a taint, she joined. So, yeah, well, there you go. Realgar says that he walked outside today, and yes, his taint was hot. VMAC Attack says the humidity isn't great for taints. Getting graphic in the Tainted. So it was 90 people, one outhouse, and I can, it's not great for taint smell.
No.
Taint scent.
No, it is not. We need to get one of those need to get one of those sponsorship deals. Obviously, Mike's got some discussions here. We obviously need to get one of them sponsorship deals with Manscaped, or one of those. They're the only ones I know who promote or pay for these things. There's probably a feminine equivalent that we could get in on as well. But I hear people promoting the Manscaped products all the time. It seems like they're just giving out money. They might as well give us some, right? So
that was
we got a tie-in already.
That was Matt Husband trying to bring me my dinner, which I'm not gonna. I ordered a Yito, and I'm not gonna eat that on the live stream. And then S for Summer, my brother-in-law's dog, really wants to get in this room. She really loves me, and so she was all like, and knocked over a bunch of stuff in the door. And she's a golden retriever, and so she's super excited that I'm here. Some family member walked in on the Tainted discussion. I know, right? Right as I was saying taint scent is when the door started moving. I was like, here we are.
Matt knows.
Yeah. Matt Husband heard all the songs this week, and he's a big fan of the Garage Band.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. I will say the lighting in this room makes me look cherubic.
105 heat index today. I'm not even going to touch that because one, I don't know what it means.
Boo.
And two, it sounds strange.
You need some rain.
Strange.
Yeah, you need a lot of rain in there because it's just like if your body temperature is 105, you die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your internal temp. You need a sweat to keep you from getting that hot.
That sounds awful.
Will the Garage Band ever play Brickworld live? That's hard to say. I do know that we've heard Mark sing on the stream.
We've heard you sing on the stream, and you don't have a bad voice either.
See, so there's always a chance, but I think some of our more popular songs don't necessarily fit our range. Though I think Mark could probably kill Castle Falls. That's kind of my.
That would be the one.
My dream.
The one
Mark do that one live.
Your walk-up song, I would never even attempt to do. Monica Berry says that her teen is here, pointedly ignoring us in favor of their tunes. That makes perfect sense, as well they should.
Fine.
They're a teenager. I'm sure adult nerds are not interesting at all. Maybe even cringe-inducing. VMacAttack says it's how it feels with the humidity factored in, like wind chill for the hots.
Yeah, it's the old
Heat index.
humidity heat index factor.
Mm-hmm.
In Minnesota, it's very humid here. I don't know. Chicago probably somewhat similar. You're right by a lake.
Oh, it's gross. Yeah.
Yeah. So we got like 10,000 of those lakes. So we have mosquitoes and humidity all the time. It's always soupy.
That does not sound like fun.
Okay, well, anything else you want to report about St. Louis, or should we enter the stuff we are building?
I was gonna say, since we don't really have a lot of time tonight, let's go right into the stuff we are building.
Let's do it.
All right. So I think you need a walk-up song. Is your camera and all that sort of stuff ready?
I will get it ready. Let's see here.
Who's this kicking it with a new mob? New mob. New mob. New mob. Yeah. Will we get a chunky match? Will we get computer tech? An orange spaceship so sleek? Does he hate castles this week? Does the new mech have a wicked taste? Has the castle from last week been reshaped? Has he built 5 orcs and welcomes the Cerberus Daddy Ben? Yeah! Jump to 5 men! Computer tech!
Computer tech. Have we reshaped the castle? Well, I got 2 castles in this one, so it's going to be a bit of a mix.
So have you built 5 or 10? The answer is 2.
Well, I mean, that's the old one.
Yeah.
That's the, you know what that one is. That one is this one.
Oh, I did not even notice because I'm on a smaller screen today. Oh, really? It's a difficult build, huh? Or you just haven't really had the time. Yeah.
Something like that. But this one here, we've been working on, or I did bring it to Brickworld, but we never got the final version shown on stream for where this ended up. And there are a couple things I wanted to mention with this. You can see the top here. It's a real problem with my old castle I haven't taken apart in the background yet, but we'll see if we can persevere. Let's see.
Yeah, I would say it doesn't look bad altogether. You may want to consider making a courtyard and connecting it.
just make it one whole thing. Let's see if I have nothing like rolling on the fly here on stream.
Yeah, no, you're good. We've got some comments we could read. Realgar went to Rainy Lake one summer, and surprisingly, it never stopped raining. Monica Berry is building a set today. That sounds like relaxing fun as well. Realgar says, can't wait for the new album to drop. I do love our garage band. I had a lot of fun with that this week, putting together kind of all the things I know now about video and how to request lyrics from Derek Cleveland.
Derek Cleveland is actually what he goes by.
Yeah. Derek Du Cleveland, I believe is the way he pronounces it.
Cleveland.
Just like Patrick Bavier, Bavier, he doesn't always pronounce it the French way. He goes with Bavier. Realgar thinks that hexagon is really cool.
Yeah, so that was one of the things I wanted to talk about was the hexagon.
Hexagons are the best guns, says VMacAttack.
Yeah, so the hexagon base, was something I came up with, and I kind of like it because I feel like I can do smaller hexagons and link a number of castle-y like MOCs together, and they don't have to be the same size, but they'll sort of fit next to each other well if I do that.
I think they do that at what's it called? The one up in Iowa. I can't think of the name of it, but it's Nate Flood's show. He does what's it called? Brick Days. There we go.
Brick Days.
They have a castle collaborative that they build with the public. They build little, like either terrain or castle on hexagons, and they push them all together. It looks really cool. Don't look now, but Hawkeye Lego Man has been a member for 1 month. Let's see. You got a song request there, Mr. Hawkeye Lego Man? Because if not, I think I only have one left at this point. Let's go with this one.
Larry's castle stood so tall, he all sat in awe.
traffic outside the blocks gave a round of applause. Proud and inspired, Larry showed the grand hall. Physics took over, we all watched the grand fall. Bricks fail, crashing dreams to the ground. In that moment, silence was the only except for Mark screaming, no, 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 no. Troy was grabbing a beer, hey, what happened, bro?
I pulled a moto.
No, you didn't.
I did. Under the under the castle, so dragons live here, right?
Oh my god, yes.
Level 1 dungeons. We got kitchens. This is a double high. This is the grand hall.
No, 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 no.
And like the grand hall.
I believe everything happens for a reason, and maybe this reason is for you to rebuild it better, bigger and better.
Shut up, Troy. My castle just fell. There's only 6 weeks to go. I'm in a full hell. Bricks fail.
It's been a musical first 20 minutes here tonight. Yeah, exactly.
Poor Larry. So yeah, I mean, the hexagon base was one of the things I tried on this. The other thing that was different from where we sort of left it, I didn't think I had the trees up. But this part here, the extension with the bear in it, was sort of the other major addition.
Ooh. Yeah.
I originally had this designed a little differently.
Is that a bear in a cage?
Exactly it. They're poking the bear.
Ah, they are poking the bear?
And it is wired to
Oh.
work on the thing, of course. Got to get the guy's spear out of the way, though.
Yeah, that bear's going to get him.
The
Looking
bear
forward
is
to
going
that.
to get him.
Get him.
So there you can see the bear down in there.
All the bones.
Yep, got the bones in there, and then this guy appears, like, feeding him.
Oh.
Like, here, bear, have a little lunch. And these guys are like, dance for me, bear. I'm going to poke you with my long pokey.
Why? They're just trying to make him mad? Are they going to battle soon?
Yeah, I
I'm
figure
stuck for this bear.
Right,
So
they like to keep him on his... they like to keep him on his toes so he's ready. Should the annoying lion knight show up or something.
Okay, well that's, yeah.
This one hasn't been photographed yet, though.
Not PETA approved. Yeah, okay, so because you're not done with it.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm done with it.
Mm-mm.
It feels a little barren still on some of the landscaping.
There's a lot going on behind it, though, so it'd be kind of hard to block any of that with more trees. It does seem barren as far as, like, undergrowth, like, ground cover goes, yeah.
Which is maybe where I need to spend time to sort of get this to a point where I would call it finished.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those ones where I think of the 4 castles I happened to bring to Brickworld, it was probably the least spectacular. But it is the only one that's not online yet. So
okay, is it Bjorn?
Picture of it. It's not Bjorn. He doesn't
okay.
transform. He's just an angry old bear.
Yeah. Where do you post your stuff online, by the way? Because as I was trying to make that video this week, I had your Flickr and I had Instagram, but like a lot of your stuff wasn't posted. Like some of the stuff I was looking for, like none of your chunkified mechs were on there.
The chunkified mechs aren't up yet, and I do not think I am ever going to actually take a picture of the Gudamine.
Yeah, well, you've already started cannibalizing it. It is interesting, and that was a really good. That was a really good mock too. It was a really cool space base if it had a Gudamine computer in it or not.
Well, and it's got a few places that it lives.
I didn't notice that. Yeah, it looks a little barren. Is a word that you said? Yes.
Yeah, barren. Yes, barren.
Barren.
Punny. Here's the
Oh, I
bears
think we
in
have
here,
those.
and this is looking a little barren. Yes. The other option too is I can save it until I have a couple more hexagons to sort of link them together.
Yeah, I've got a major question here for you.
Yeah.
Why is the bear cage separate, even though the walkway up top connects?
Yep, it does. That's an interesting question. And
Mm.
you want the real answer or the fake answer?
Give me
Um,
both. I'd like to see.
the real answer is it was built after the rest of it was already together.
Right. I would say give me two
Um,
truths and a lie, and I'll see if I can figure out the.
yeah, no, you already have the truth. The second one was the original cage that I built was smaller off to the
Mm-hmm.
side here,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't like it. So I actually
Okay.
spent, I don't know, an extra 4 hours converting it over to this larger cage,
Yeah.
when I could have been working on the space rover, because I wanted this to be in a presentable format. And this was far more consistent than the original tiny cage was.
Yeah.
The problem with when I had the tiny one is it was all gray and black. I didn't have any dark gray in there, so it kind of looked
Mm-hmm.
out of place.
Yeah.
I guess, for a more practical standpoint, you don't really want your bear inside your castle.
True.
So, it's disconnected to that extent. But yeah, could it be moved over a couple studs and sort of be
Yeah.
more joined?
Here's
Probably.
here's the important question for you.
So,
What if they're attacked in the middle of the night and they need the bear, and someone's invaded the castle? Are they going to run outside, get the bear, bring it back in?
well, I mean, the bear doesn't go inside the castle, and they can get him out from out here, assuming he wants to come out. Maybe the people who are raiding are friends of the bears, and they have to like invade the castle or scale this thing just to try to get Mr. Bear out. I don't know.
I don't know either. So I think we've worked. You've worked with me long enough to know what my main problem with then the just the layout of the structure is. You might be able to guess my
Yeah,
next
I mean,
comment.
there's a golden ratio problem here. We've got a large tower on one end, and then it just all kind of goes down after that. It would be
Yep.
better if this was taller or something
Mm-hmm.
else was going on over here. It was
Mm-hmm.
even worse before when it was tall, short, shorter, and I
Yeah.
didn't have like, a big tree or something to put up here to balance it.
Right. Right.
So this is better than it was, but not where I want it. This is definitely
Yeah.
a problem with this mock.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
How hard would it be to take apart that hexagonal gatehouse?
this part
Yes.
wouldn't be too bad.
All right. Hawkeye Lego
Uh,
Man is not about to suggest tearing it apart to do so. Don't focus on that. But if given the opportunity, would you consider adding a source of water, such as a pond or part of a lake? Depends on the environment that you want this built in. I agree.
yeah,
Um,
I don't
you
know. I
run
don't know
out
about
of
that.
characters. I didn't know that was possible. Yeah, it's even shorter. Actually, if you buy a super, you have even less characters, which is interesting. You're paying for it, and you only get like a tweet's worth of characters.
He didn't even super chat that, so it's okay.
Yeah, I know.
Not
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Not that you would need to.
Not asking someone to. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Yeah, this one's maybe not set up well for water. I'm going to do some more castles because, I can't
Yeah.
help it.
There's kind of no reason to buy a super chat on here because I put all the comments up.
Yeah, VMAX says when the other castle was up behind it, then the ratio, wasn't disturbing. Yeah, I mean,
Yes, I agree with
obviously,
that actually.
that one's going to
Yeah.
get taken apart. So
Yeah. Well, then you've got the pieces to build a castle, like portion of the castle behind this, because since you built it on a hexagon, you can like match them together. So if you do
Yep.
want another wing of this castle to go behind it, you can just build another hexagon and just butt them up to each other.
Yep, that's
Just
exactly the
taint
idea.
them up to each other. Yeah.
That's exactly the idea with the hexagons.
I love the idea
So-
with the hexagons because like you might be able to build a castle land. Like imagine if you're like you've got all these things on hexagons and you're like, well, I want this castle to be here. I want there to be a river between them, and you build like some river hexagons. Yes, 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 that.
Yep.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, it's something that I want to work with, though I believe for Brickworld 2025, I plan to build at least this many castles
Okay, that many?
on round bases. And it will be the bigger round base that I used for the chonkified spider mech.
The peeing.
So
The peeing
yes,
spider.
peeing spider, yes. And I might do a video on how I did that, how I made them, how I got the round shape right. Because at first I struggled with that until I used some Technic pieces to
Yeah.
sort of mark out the radius. And when I got a nice even circle,
There you go.
And what's nice about those circles, if you design for all sides, I can put them, assuming it's not too heavy, I can
Right.
put them on the turntable and you can see all sides of the MOC.
That's nice. That's awesome.
So there might be a couple of those on round bases, but for something that's more sprawling and not independent,
Yeah.
we're going to try these hexagons out a little bit and kind of see how that goes.
Rialgar says
So-
that with the angled cardboard, you can take those special photos of the build and scenery because, yeah, you have a half a hexagon worth of cardboard.
Yeah, look at
You
that.
have Trapezoid.
Oh, a
Yep.
little extra, a little perfect one there. Also, these pine
Agree with
trees
that.
are, they're sort of boring.
A little, but I mean, it doesn't.
I think
doesn't
they're the
need to
right
be
color
more.
here, but I think maybe
Mhm.
I would do it a little differently. This tower taller is probably where I would go next.
Yeah.
With this and connect it up into this somehow is probably the
Well, as I
changes I
say,
would make.
You have
So-
the opportunity here. You've done some winter castles. You've done some like whenever castles, and you can make this specifically autumn if you wanted to put some like leaf color changing
That's true.
leaf changing color trees, leaf color changing trees. There we go.
That's true.
Trees with
That's
color
true.
changing leaves.
I don't know, pine trees aren't ideal for that, but I could put in some different trees.
That's my point. Yeah.
So,
Pine trees don't really change color. No,
not
they're
so much.
I hear they're evergreen.
Evergreen, yeah. They
Yeah.
do kind of some of them do kind of turn a little lighter green in the winter. Sort of tannish.
little
when they
brown,
get dried
yeah.
out. Yeah.
Deciduous. Monica says.
Deciduous.
Deciduous
Evergreen
trees.
and deciduous trees.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, this is what's going to come up on my table after I finish, of course, working a little bit more on the computer build, which is sitting down here by my ankles. But I didn't really get too far with it, so I thought, instead of saying, "Hey, we didn't build anything this week," we could get to what my next build project is going to be after I have enough stuff taken apart to make some progress on the computer. Most of the computer stuff I'm working on right now is structural in nature.
Yeah.
I can throw it up here, but it's mostly just adding rigidity so it doesn't fall apart when I move it. I started working on the base, but I'm really low on white parts. I happen to have an old pirate base that was all built in white,
Mm-hmm.
taking apart, but the bin over here, I'm gonna try this.
Okay. It's like,
The
where'd it
bin
go?
over here. Whoosh, there's the reveal of my mess.
Oh wow.
Lots of white in here.
Yeah.
So I should be able to get through some of this to get some white back out. So that's what we'll do to move on to the next thing.
All right. Hi. Look at me. I'm huge.
Yeah.
Yep, there we go.
You're not bragging or anything, but you're huge.
No, definitely not.
Not bragging. That walk-up song was it had a lot of video.
Sure did.
So now I know what I've got to aim for to match. You might not get it next week when I'm not here, though. You might have to
That's
wait
true.
a week.
That's true. Well, I uploaded it as soon as I was done with it, so that you could use it if I was here or not. So, just saying.
I see. But part of the fun of creating a new one,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd get to see you react to it when I play.
I know that would have killed me if you had to play it without me here.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been nearly as fun. Okay, so cruising right along on our condensed schedule. Let's talk some set stuff.
Oh well, hey,
Soup
I've got
and sets.
I did some building this week, and I have evidence of it, even though I'm not like,
Ooh.
yeah. So we can go. Let's see. Here we go. So I don't know how this got in here. This is not something I built this week. But I somehow added it to this folder. But yeah, so this is
Oh yes.
yeah.
The
I
big
went
thing I
in.
know what you're gonna tell me is you found your math error.
Yeah,
That was
and you know what?
exciting for you.
It was quite exciting, and the math error turned out to be at the top, or after the 12th layer. I attached a plate and built brick across that plate, and then that's where I actually that wouldn't have been the 12th layer; it would have been the 10th layer. And so I built an 11th layer that didn't stud in snot-wise. It was just laying flat on top of the even number. And then I put 2 more layers on top of that, and that's why I had a half a plate gap with all the stuff I was trying to add underneath it. It should have been pretty obvious quickly, but I had some crunching problems down at the, kind of this area, more over here in front. This is the side. This was just me taking a picture because there's a seam down here. Can you see my mouse?
Yep.
Okay, there's a seam down here, and I want to be able to move this a little bit easier as well. So I needed to break up some of this terrain anyway, and plus we talked about last week, the wraparound porch that's going to go around the pagoda house comes out a lot further than that, and most of the pagoda houses I've seen build directly onto the terrain, like naturally in the environment that they're in. So putting posts up or some sort of joists to hold up the porch wouldn't be accurate and would bug me. So I take a picture of that in case I wanted to use it somewhere else, because I did like the configuration that I come up with there. Just took a couple pictures of that. Sorry, it took many pictures of that. And so I started digging into it and just kind of wanted to get an idea of what how it would go back together once I got it taken apart, like in case I totally screwed up and wanted to go back to where it was. But this is right here. This is where the house sat. These 1x4 with side studs here. They sat directly onto that, and this was layer 11 here, this green layer.
Mm-hmm.
So this ended on a brick with side studs, and then I put a plate in between there and just built a brick layer across, and that's what gave us the odd man out. And so since this was flat and I could stick the pagoda house on there, it also had a snot. The bottom of the house was snot, and so it basically started over. So I got a two layers together that should have been on 2x2 plates with side stud. So oops. Figured that out after I kind of pulled everything out of it. You kind of see I've been using these stacks of green brick as posts. I'm replacing those with some, you can kind of see back here, I've done it to the orchard as well, where I'm using Technic beams and the Technic bricks to kind of sandwich everything together because things were starting to fall apart when I try to pick it up as well. And this thing right here was a total mess. I'm like, I really have to reconfigure this entire thing to make it work to go across this waterfall here. Got rid of this section altogether because I'm going to have the waterfall change here so the house can kind of come around. Let's see, what else did I figure out? There's the house. I just threw it off to the side on top of the bin. So I've got to take that and the lid off every time. I need white, which that's my mixed white bin in there. And yeah, when I took those 2 sections apart, there was exactly 1 plate holding everything together that wasn't part of the terrain that I had taken off. And so I had to kind of lift this down from the bottom and pull that 2x8 plate out of there.
Oh,
that was
2x8
fun. I was like,
too.
Yeah, exactly. It was deep in there too. So I had to rip out the bottom, and like a bunch of other stuff fell off, of course, because why wouldn't it?
That plate was deep down in the taint.
Yeah, it sure was. It certainly was. So I don't even know what else is in this. I think I was just taking pictures to kind of like remind myself where I was, remind myself specifically where the stairs went, because I actually don't think I put the stairs back together correctly. But a lot of this got higher because I was matching up with some of these, layers which weren't supposed to match. So I kind of had to rebuild this area here too by the bamboo. And so this is me just checking out. I'm like, something's off. But this turned out to be, I didn't have enough plates underneath this bottom layer here. And so this was actually correct up to this point, which I figured out by putting this in front of the rock work. You kind of see the other side of my room over there. Look, this is where all the boring colors are. Yeah, look, this is usually where I sit.
Red and yellow.
Yeah.
There's your microphone. Look at you, fancy.
Grays, whites, and blacks. Yep. And there's my my camera with tripod and just a bunch of empty tool drawers over here I haven't utilized yet. Fun stuff. It's the other side of the office. It's like looking at the backside of water. And then just trying to figure out how I was getting these matched up, because I'm like, this worked originally, but it doesn't work anymore. I don't know where I'm off.
That does not look correct.
No.
Looks like it's well. See, what's strange about that, right, is that those pieces, of course, are perfect for the bottom of a 5 tall plate layer.
Yep.
But I can't tell just from looking at this
Yeah.
without counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7, 8. If it's 8 up to that point, or
Mhm.
only 7, so it's hard to know if it's in the right place.
And so this had all matched up, which should have clued me in that this over here was okay until the layer above it,
Yeah.
which would have been the next layer. And
Lego
then
math
this
is the worst.
Oh man, it was. So I'm really glad I did this because I found out why this was popping off. There was just something that was like I used too long of a brick behind it, and so I just split those two bricks up so there'd be two sections that were sticking to the front. And so this is an exciting new work, but this is kind of like the week I went through.
You got to
And
do
so
it.
this is me just kind of looking at this area, going like, do I put the house on top of this, or do I build two more green layers, or one more green layer until I get up
To get an
up
even
back to the
number.
house? I definitely want it to be chunkier
Yeah,
up
I mean,
here because I think
that's
this
the
is a
other
little
thing too,
thin.
is trying to make sure that if you end on an even number, you're going to have a
Uh-huh.
lot easier time than ending on
Yeah.
an odd number.
And I should have counted long before I even started to incorporate the house.
Stopping at
Because
13 layers is kind of,
yeah,
a dummy move. That's
I
all
did.
I'll say.
Well, I didn't, and not counting the layers because I just basically did this. I put this up to the front of the house, and I was like, it's perfect. But it was actually a half plate off. But everything was so wobbly because you can see here, like the back of the house. Let's see. Since these are just hinged on here, there's only a hinge plate here and a hinge plate here. So this kind of pulls, like it dips down, so it brings
Yep.
the front of the house up. So you're like, oh, it's perfect.
Perfect.
Where there's actually a half plate gap there.
Yeah, that'll happen to you.
And so where was I? Sorry to make everyone seasick here. Yeah, just taking some pictures, making sure I liked the way it looked before I started building onto it. And I got it to the front, and I was like, oh, it was right. Got the right amount of plates underneath it. And I don't even know what. Oh yeah, this is this is a picture I just sent to you. I was like, look at this mess, because this
Yeah.
is. I'm like, there's a
Interesting
good,
choices here. Interesting choices.
I know. I was building this so quick last year in the first place when I was trying to get it to Brickworld 2023 with all the waterfalls intact, and this changes. Going for that second layer of water, like that second level of water, by golden proportion without doing the Lego math first. I was like, I'll just figure this part out later. So I pulled this off to reconfigure it and make it thicker because it kept falling apart. But the reason it kept falling apart is because it couldn't sit flat. So I've got all these tiles down here so it could sit flat, but it just like would not. So you can see I'm starting to put the Technic bricks in here. Get everything. There's some down here. I'm going to connect all these
You've
with lift
decided
arms.
your stacks, your single stack of 2x4 bricks is probably not the structural rigidity that is
Oh my
required.
God.
You can design in studio all you want,
I
but
know.
until you're facing actual gravity and weight problems, then
Yeah.
you know.
And
you
I
gotta
should know that because I've built this big before, and I always use the
should
this
learn.
technique. I have to relearn basically because I already knew that. So it made me a little aggravated with myself. I've done that in every collab we've done that had terrain in it. I'm like, there's no way I'm going to try to move this without it being a box I can grab onto and swing around, and that was not the case with this at all. So when I was first trying to move it, all these stacks of green brick just crumbled, and I was like, yes, I know, I should have known this. I should have like blah blah blah. So yeah, this is starting to get up higher here. Just got to put this layer back together. I could put this on top of it. We had a lot going on this week. I had to take the car in. I didn't have the car for the entire week. Actually, we still don't have the car. We have a rental, and so I had to like walk Orion to and from daycare. We had to get her a grooming appointment because she won't let anyone touch her nails, and so we took her to the best groomer in town. They had her for 3 hours. They couldn't do it either. I don't know what I'm going to do to like her nails are over an inch long now.
Ugh.
And we wasted a bunch of time because I thought I didn't know that's how long dog grooming appointments took. And so because we'd always done it either at the vet or at her daycare. And so I dropped her off at 11. We wanted to leave around noon or 1. And they're like, we'll be done with her around 2, maybe 3, depending on if she's difficult. And I was like, oh, she's going to be difficult. I can tell you that much right now.
Yeah.
But this is where it was when I left because like there was I had some time to like finish this off, but there was just so many things I had to fix back here and get all this back together and make sure I had the math right to get the posts up over here and use Technic to get them up there. And I just kind of ran out of time. I just spun my wheels a lot looking at this. But you can see how much
summer's the
this is
worst
picked up.
time to get
It
get
is.
MOCs done.
Yeah.
Some people joined the stream while you were showing your mock. We had Hope Castle giving everyone a hello.
What's up, Hope Castle?
Hope Castle. We also
why'd you
had
just
Lego
turn
Team
British?
B.
Oh, like a Team B is here. Hey there.
Saying that those pictures with everything exploding and laying all around look like the mock once he unpacked it from Brickworld that he had.
Nice.
Brick Jedi gives us an ahoy hoy.
Sweet.
Lots of people chatting with each other here, making
Great.
friends, which is always fun. Dave gives us a good day. Another Aussie in the stream.
Yeah.
So we're just piling on the Aussies every week.
Well, for the sake of all those who joined us during that and those who missed it, this is we are adding. You've seen some songs from our garage band. We are adding mock walk-up songs, and the first one we have is I wrote for Ben this week, and here it is.
Who's this kicking it with a new mob? New mob. New mob. New mob. Yeah. Will we get a chunky match? Will we get computer tech? An orange spaceship so sleek? Does he hate castles this week? Does the new mech have a wicked team? Has the castle from last week been reshaped? Has he built Fireworks and welcomes the Cerberus Daddy Ben? Yeah! Jump to 5-bit! Computer tech!
Computer tech.
So that'll play for at least the next few months before Ben shows his mocks every week. And I went back to our earlier episodes to find the first time that we named the Tainted that you were
Yes.
showing that chunkified mech.
Yes.
And I was overjoyed when I found the footage, and that when you flipped it over and I said, "That's not
was-
the butt,
I was
that's the
tickling
taint,"
the taint.
you tickled it with
I
your
tickled
finger.
the taint. Yes, I did.
I was like, genius, absolutely genius. I made me very happy. I went all the way back to episode 1. Wow, that was a hard watch. I did not watch very much of it. I was like, what are we doing? It's become a very different show. And thank you for
Yeah.
helping build it into what it is, because you put a lot more work into it than I have, I believe.
Well,
And-
look at this.
Someone
My
has to.
cool factor just quadrupled.
That's right.
I've now got 2 hip hop songs pimping me up.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look at our set news this week.
I was going
got-
to say real quick before we move on, I was going to say thank
Yeah.
you to the Tainted as well for building the stream into what it
Oh,
is.
yes.
We've got 931 subscribers or something like that. Is that true? Do we need 69 more subscribers? Is that the number?
I think it was 9:30 last I looked. Maybe it's 9:31 now.
Okay.
Who knows?
All right. Yeah.
But it's growing. It's been doing better.
You leveled up.
Yeah, everything leveled up. Yeah, our hype. We need our hype nerds. All right, so the first thing we're gonna look at is this.
Ooh, wow. That's oh God, I can't wait to get this.
$100, 1,700 pieces or so.
Mm-hmm.
It's got lifestyle shots, of course.
Oh, I did not even think to look at the lifestyle shots.
Of course, but there's some things in here that I like color-wise. I'm building some stuff in white right now, so come on.
We got a WTF from Realgar. Lego Team B says it's been an absolute tainted pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
It has been. Yeah, there's some nice Technic pieces in here.
Cool.
That I need for structure. There's some nice white pieces in here and some nice dark tan. So it's got all the parts I would want for a parts pack.
Yeah.
Crystal apparently does not like it. She wants more color, I'm sure.
Exactly. I would say Crystal says this is ugly.
Yeah, I don't think that this is a set that I would buy for its intended purpose. This is
No.
100% a parts pack.
That's my question then. Who is this for? Who wants this?
Well, I can tell you, it's the family that wants to build together. And they can, build together in several different languages.
The
by
lifestyle.
creating these fun little letters.
The lifestyle shot is on the box.
It is apparently. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, Realgar wants it to make letters.
Yeah. VMAX says good parts set. What's
I
the
like
price? Yeah, $100 for 1,700 pieces. And if you're going to use most of the pieces, that's pretty darn good. You're getting closer to 5 cents a piece instead of 10 cents a piece.
So I've got like my other language skills aren't great, but I could see that they said a great day in Spanish. I don't know
Yeah, like
what it
have a
says.
great day.
Hoy va a ser. It's like we're going to be. I think someone correct me if I'm wrong. Does that? Oh, this is going to be a great day, is what it says. Hoy va a ser un gran día means this is going to be a great day. And then the French one says something about friends.
Something my love.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Love. Yeah, I don't know. I don't speak French. Yeah, apparently the family that speaks French likes to build together. But this one here, the main picture, they're doing it in English.
Our
Uh,
family
family parts pack for
fun.
sure. Yes.
Our family fun love at home.
Yeah, so $170 ish worth of parts for $100, right? That's kind of a decent way to look at it, Realgar. Assuming you want these parts, some of them are like these they're not stickers, but these printed tiles. They're cute. I'm not sure that I'll use them.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I won't use them. Just throwing that out there.
Monica doesn't remember who to give credit
So.
for Live Laugh Lego, but I like to say Live Laugh Lunch.
Me too. Yeah, 6.5 cents a piece. Yeah, it's less than 10, more than 5, closer to the 5. I'm not going to do the math on stream.
Our family fun gnome love.
So there we've got the lifestyle shot, but in bigger size. What's with this light fixture here? I don't even know what to say. How come all of the houses they take these pictures at are these weird hippie houses with? Is that what they expect? Everyone who buys Lego is some sort
hippie.
of bearded hippie?
Are they wrong?
I'm not saying they're wrong. I'm just asking.
Yeah, this is exciting news we got this week.
Yeah, LOL
I was pretty
at
stoked.
home.
Yeah.
Then we've got a supercar.
Oh boy.
This is in flamish yellow orange, I believe.
Ooh, I do like that color at least.
VMAC maybe. It's not a F1 car. It's a P1 car.
Okay.
But maybe you're into the supercars as well. I don't know. Who's to say? But we've got some quality lifestyle here. I swear I've seen this redhead before. In some of the other lifestyle shots.
Are they reusing models on us?
I don't know. Wouldn't that be the worst?
I don't know that I have.
Maybe I just looked at this particular lifestyle shot and said, "Man, they're trying to match the hair color with the mock or something." I don't know.
No, this looks like she looks like a character from a dystopian sci-fi show. That's what she looks like to me.
Yeah,
she's like, this is a relic from like when people lived on the Earth, and she's trying to figure out what the use of it is.
Nicole Kidman, yeah, a little bit.
A little bit like Nicole Kidman's less attractive sister. May I say that?
Okay.
Yeah, I did. Too late.
Yeah. Maybe it's just because the Aussies only see other Aussies. They don't recognize other people.
That must be it.
Even though Crystal, I think she's pretending to be an Aussie. I think she's really Belgian or something.
That's an interesting take there, friend. Yeah, good call.
Mm-hmm.
Good call.
Yeah. Let's see. You can pull the whole butt end off of this to look at the engine. Apparently,
good.
Or maybe it's just poorly built. I don't know. But there it is. She's got the whole thing off. So that gives you some idea of how big the model is. Pretty big.
Yeah.
And then let's see here. You can put it on a shelf. Congratulations.
Oh, I had been wondering what I would do with it.
Is this in the basement? Because
shelf it.
A couple things. Question.
Yeah.
The wall's all cement. It's like poured cement wall. And what is this?
I don't know. Hold on, I'm on a different screen. Give me 1 second. I'm coming. Here I am.
What is this pile of stuff? What is this?
I don't know. Is she making IEDs? It doesn't.
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Scale here is driving me nuts now because that's, judging by the way she was holding it, like
thing's big.
That's a huge old window behind it then too. And then what is that? Is that an extension cord? Is that some sort of giant rope they use to pull the blinds down?
I don't know.
Scale is confusing me. It does look like a poured concrete wall.
Yeah.
It really does.
Yeah, so this is like in the basement maybe, and apparently we've got like these shelves here that we never put up. And so because we never put up, we're using them to keep our books shut, I guess.
Yeah. I get the
Which makes
counter with
sense.
cabinet part,
So
but I don't think the cement is part of it. Apologies if that's not what you were saying. VMAC Attack learned some Spanish from the that first product.
he probably did. So anyway, it's a big orange supercar. I probably won't get it, but there it is. Let's move now maybe to the main feast.
Flame yellowish orange supercar. Yes, tomato soup truck.
Tomato
Yeah,
soup truck. My
I know you're
eyes
excited about
bulged out of
this.
my head when I saw this.
It's almost a spaceship. You just got to take the wheels off and just start building from there.
Yeah, take the wheels off and throw them on the back as engines, and you're like 90% of the way there. So here we go. The big, gigantic tomato soup super truck.
Yeah.
Mercedes-Benz G500 professional line monster of tomato soup. Does look like it has a few system elements in it, but it's mostly
Yeah.
lots of Technic parts.
Lots of
and
technique. Yeah, they like a lot of the
not
tomato
good.
soup pieces. I'm sure we'll talk about this because it's tomato soup night.
Mhm.
Are specialty pieces. There doesn't seem to be a lot of system pieces
Yeah,
in
a
the
lot of Technic bits. Yep. You can see how big this bad boy is here with this lady manhandling it, or woman handling it to be more progressive.
Tomato super truck, says Realgar.
Yeah, this one reminds me. Do you remember when I was a kid, the one set that I wanted that I never got
Yeah.
was the Model Team SUV.
Yeah.
This reminds me a lot of that, except it's Technic instead of system.
I love this.
This one strikes me as.
Monica says because you keep your Lego car in the shop with your woodworking because everyone loves dusting sawdust out of Lego builds. Amy Schultz agrees, and this is going to bring me to my next point. It's interesting to me that the last two sets have been Technic car sets, and they've chosen women models for the lifestyle shots. Not saying that women wouldn't buy this or wouldn't be interested in cars. It just seems they're trying to force that sort of like diversity into this. Like, let's not put the typical, like with the Jaws set where they literally got a boat captain.
Or the Viking set where they literally found Thor to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm sure they've done enough Technic sets with like dumb bros.
Yeah.
And so they're probably trying to diversify.
We've got some diversity over here. Like, what's this tool over here? What is this?
I was wondering the same thing. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff there. That does look like a
and
sculpting
some
tool.
goggles.
Yeah, and what's in the binder clip? There's a binder clip hanging from the wall with what, a paintbrush on it?
This looks like maybe it's a chopstick.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's some.
And we got a picture of stairs, or maybe a drawing of stairs. Realgar suggests maybe those are welder's goggles. 8x16 tomato soup plates in an Encanto set.
I thought you might like that. Yeah.
Ooh. All right.
Welder's goggles. Women's only tools.
You could convince me they were just about anything. I don't know.
But
We've
there's
also
like
got
drawings
maybe
of
an
staircases.
old camera case up here.
That's the one that I was trying to get that into the thumbnail for this week, but there just wasn't enough room with me putting the logo kind of off center from now on. I don't want it off to one side because I'm trying to look like other people's thumbnails. That's the best way to go is to just
drive some stuff.
Yeah.
Steampunk goggles, perhaps. Yeah. Like I don't know what they are. We also have a couple of Lego tires up here, just like like we're decorating with our Lego tires.
All right, who's buried in the urn?
Good question. Probably got hit by a Mercedes G500.
I would guess so.
But yeah, this set does remind me of that Model Team set. Looks like we got lots of suspension in here with some big ass springs on the front and back.
That's what I thought. That first tool you pointed out did look like a sculpting tool to me.
Clay tool, yeah.
I have a ton of those. There's not one that looks
pot.
exactly like that, but that's kind of what I would think. Yeah, just for because with it you can like either score things or you can like pull things out, like scoop parts of it out with it. Like not even like we're not even talking like a clay, like the pottery wheel. Talking about like literally a block of clay and like
sculpting
whittling it down
face
into
Or maybe they did something because this clipboard's got like something etched into it for some reason. Yeah. It's not a clipboard, I guess. It's like I don't know what it is.
Look at that picture of a staircase.
Yeah.
Where it's like only stairs fill the bottom left-hand corner. Chris Cummings suggests that it's probably a picture of the stairs leading out of the bunker back to civilization.
Could be.
This is
It
like
could
an I
be.
Spy. I
It
agree.
is like an
Yalgar.
I Spy.
Yeah,
And like,
they-
let's this here, like an old wooden key. Like, what does this open over here?
so
You can't see all of it.
those can't be welder's glasses because they don't really protect your eyes. Like they really do look like character glasses for a steampunk villain.
Steampunk, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what was in that urn. Like that the reason she became a steampunk villain is because whoever was murdered.
Why do we have
she's
this
out for
weird
vengeance.
like triangle of granite? I don't know. This shot I liked in particular too. You get a little better picture here of some more of the tools. But
she has cement walls as well. She has
Yeah,
cement walls.
cement walls, and
And
then
a-
look at this. You're just
A
like
classy throw on her armchair.
here my this IKEA table thing we have in my daughter's room for sure. We used to
Yeah.
put a stand on a fan on it for bedtime. This thing takes up the whole dang table though. There's no way you would do this.
Let's take a moment. They moved the shelf because that's the same bulletin board.
Yeah, they moved the shelf out of the way.
to put the VMACatech says those are for gas welding. Fair enough. Okay, that shows you
Okay.
what I know about welding. We had masks
Whatever.
at the shop I worked in. I do love this that we have a lore to her now. There's a deep lore to this woman for sure, and she oftentimes rearranges her furniture based around where she wants the tomato super truck to be. So basically, this lady can't be trusted.
I'm glad-
Damn Lego hippies.
Yeah, I'm glad nobody cares that we barely talk about the sets when we're talking about new sets.
Yeah,
And
I don't
all
mind.
we do is rip apart the lifestyle shots.
I will say, Ben,
Uh,
how many of these are you gonna? How many of these are you going to buy?
It's pricey at $250.
How many pieces?
I if I recall, it's like 2,800. But it is Technic, which means you're also getting pins and panels. So they're either really big parts that I probably won't use, or a bunch of tiny parts that I have a lot of.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I might get one just for the sheer number of tomato soup in here.
Right. I figured at least that, and like maybe do some bricks and pieces ordering for some of the pieces that you would want to use in
Yeah.
the spaceship. So
This,
VMAC
this seems like the type of thing that might end up at Costco,
Okay.
and maybe it'll be 15% less at Costco than at the Lego store.
yeah. VMAC Tech
Yeah.
says that those welding glasses are pre-health and safety with an upside down smiley. So I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, perhaps they are like an antique.
I
Like
don't know.
back in the days when they were like, this is enough. You'll be fine. Stare right into the light.
Yeah.
Which
So,
of the
here it
tomato
is.
soup parts will be your Fight Club pick, Ben?
I don't know.
Monica's here for the lifestyle shop banter.
Of course. That's fine.
We need to copyright tearing lifestyle shots apart. That's this contest's goal. Oh, I'm glad
Yeah.
they appreciate it. That's great.
Yeah, and here, like, look at this thing. This is like an etching, which is probably what this goofy tool was for.
But it's not in focus. And like, why is that clipboard? There's a sheet of paper behind the clipboard.
Which is like a 3D picture of a chair.
And it's the smallest clipboard in the world. That's why I wonder. It's like, is that
Not
even a
even a
clipboard?
clipboard.
It's a
It's just-
clip with an etching
it's a
stuck
clip.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah. With the
Good
etching,
point, good
the etching
point.
pinched in it.
The first rule of Taint Club is we don't talk about Taint Club.
I think the first rule of Taint Club is actually something else.
What's
Do
that?
you know what it is?
No.
Do you
How
know
would
what
I
it
know?
is? It's this.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. We don't talk about
Though
colors.
we're only talking about one thing right now,
Color.
and that's color tomato soup. Is this the greatest tomato soup set that's come out?
I don't know. But I have other candidates that I like better.
All right, let's
so
see.
Dave Bricks said, "I'm going to use the bathroom first. I'm going to trademark that term.
course
Lifestyle
you are.
shot reviews and the best in the Lego community. Thank you, Dave. That made my
Yeah.
day. That made my entire weekend. And I needed something to pick me up from this weekend because it's been a lot of family stuff today. There was mass and then a luncheon, and that
Oof.
all lasted 5 hours. So it was 8 hours on Saturday, 5 hours today, and I'm just like, kill me. All right,
All
well, I'll be
If you're
back.
heading to the bathroom, then we're gonna do a little intro break while you're off. Head, and we'll do this.
In a world of bricks, there's a man named Mark, building dreams, igniting that spark. From morning till dark, he's making his mark. Brickworld you'll find his shining arm. He builds Animal Crossing in the park. He built Buttland, no detail too stark. With each tiny part, he's a creative monarch, building joy and wonder from dawn till dark.
I do have to run to the bathroom again.
Cool. Well, I can talk about this one in the intro.
Hey, made it an hour and a half. I still happy about that.
Yeah.
Go Batter!
An hour into the bathroom he'll park. You'd think he drinks water like a great white shark. His prostate's enlarged and his mood is dark. Peeing freely with Orion's bark.
And apologies to anybody who's joining in for the first time and is just bored to tears. Remember, there are no mistakes, it's just happy accidents.
His basement flooded, blame an oligarch. No building on site, EB will snark. He's the CBO, he's not Caitlin Clark. Panic building all night till he hears the lark. It's 6:57 Central, to the Tainted he'll hark. It's 3 minutes to show time, and Mark's check with Denmark. Mark gives the nod, Ben parks his remark. It's finally time for the show to embark.
You know, that song has become a problem for me because every time I call Derek to talk about a new song, they start playing that in the background, and I can't help but listen to the whole thing every time. There's just so much about that song I love.
It's funny.
And it was, you made it back right when the song ended, so that was pretty awesome.
It's kind of hilarious that it's like the perfect amount of pee time song, which we need that for me. It's the Marcus peeing song. It was very Summer was very distraught that she saw me for 10 seconds and then I didn't stay out there with her.
VMAC, if this was true, I would have exactly $0. But like every story is about Caitlin Clark, so I just wanted to make sure people didn't think that the stories were about our friend Mark, whose name sort of rhymes with Caitlin Clark. And the whole reason that all of the lines in that song end with a word that ends or rhymes with Mark is because I didn't know anything about you until I went to the opening ceremonies at Brickworld, and you explained to us that something about yourself is your name was Mark, and after that I was like, well, now I know basically everything I need to know.
Exactly, that's all you need to know.
Yeah,
perfect. I would say I wake up with songs because I work with the garage band so much. I wake up every day with one of two songs or one of two verses in my head. It's one would be orange spaceships make it end, or it would be
listen,
you built
friend, they're
Buttland.
not a trend. Yes. When I'm just sitting around doing nothing, I go, he builds Animal Crossing in the park. He built Buttland. Too stark.
I love when I cheered when Buttland came into the song. I was like, Buttland's in the song.
Yeah.
Buttland.
All
I haven't been to Buttland in a while. I should do a live stream some night where I just take everybody to Buttland.
I'd like to come.
Oh, that'd be.
I don't know
perfect
what I'll do there, but I'll hang out for sure.
You can comment.
Oh,
you can help me. It'd be a lot better to have somebody to bounce things off of. Yeah, we'll go to Buttland and then we'll go to Bro Key at some point too, because
why not?
I have two islands because I'm obsessed. I'm an obsessive person. I have an addictive personality. How about that?
Yeah. So the talking about tomato soup, the first set.
Oh yeah.
That I think we ever ran into this question about is that color a color we've never seen before? I think it was probably this one. Where we talked about it extensively.
I disagree. I think it was one of the two smaller space sets. I think it was either the little spaceship or the
You
little
think it was the
rover.
VTOL, maybe?
No, 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 no.
No.
Let me see if I can find it. You keep going with what you're going with. I'll tell you
Well,
the
I
one I
think
think it is.
I think this is the one where we talked about it extensively eventually because there's both red in here, and I think we spotted a regular orange piece.
Oh, is
And
that
my whole
so?
contention when we were looking at this was,
Yeah.
you know, that's got to be a different color because it's not orange. Like down in here, like there's a soil sample or something that's got some orange in it, and it's not red. So this seems like it's a new color that we've never seen before. And that, of course, spawned the now infamous badge and saying where we don't talk about colors.
I
We're just
think
like,
what
I'm tired of us talking about colors. We're
no,
speculating. We'll never know.
that was when I lost
Here it
the maple poly
is.
bag.
That wasn't on this one. You lost the maple poly bag on the
But that's when I made that
other one.
banner. Was like, we don't talk about colors anymore because I just lost. It was that stupid opalescent
Yeah,
leaf.
the opalescent.
So we disagree on our
leaves.
memories of this, but I believe we have video evidence somewhere where we
Well,
can
we probably do.
just
Someone can
shelve
probably
that
find
for
it.
now. Where are these damn things? All right, you keep going. I'll see if I can find
But
the one I
anyway,
think it is.
this was our first, one of our first adventures into tomato soup.
Mm,
Then I think we learned after this that there was a new color because it appeared in the Monkey Kid
yeah.
Super City thing.
Someone pointed out that it was on New Elementary, and so we went there and we
Yes.
were like, "What?"
Yeah, if they have
That's
this
how we
new
talk.
color, then that's probably what this is.
Aha! I think it's this one.
And we did eventually find out that it was. It's hard for here, based on these lifestyle shots,
Mm-hmm.
to
Oh, hold on.
really, say that this color is the same as this color, but apparently they are.
Right.
I don't know.
That's important distinctions. Is it that one?
P&G Brick says it was the little spaceship.
That's what I thought. Okay, I thought it was this one here that we were talking about. If not, it was one of the, in my memory, it was one of the other smaller city sets. Because those were the first ones that came out, and this was the first one of the first ones I found at Target, actually here in St. Louis. What am I trying to do
Just
here?
had a little tiny bit of color in the city space ones.
Actually, there's no reason not to do it this way. Here's my screen.
Yeah, you're right.
Inception. I think it was this.
Yeah, okay. Did that one have both colors in it?
No, I mean, I think this is the first one where we started discussing it. I think you're right that this might be the first one where you convinced me.
That was a different color. Yeah, I mean, there may have been one in there that was like that.
The other one I remember was, of course, this one here, and then this.
Yeah, we talked about that one.
This was the one where I was just like, oh, maybe.
I think it's the non 4+ spaceship.
Yeah. So
is probably the one that we saw.
So okay, I buy it. I buy it that this was the first one where I was like, oh my god, you're right. Like I can see myself.
Oh my gosh, it looks like a complete different color. Yeah.
Doing that. Monica Berry says the Encanto set is also good for recognizing the new color because it has pieces in tomato soup, red, orange, coral, and all sorts of nougats and such. All the colors.
All the colors.
Get that now.
Which Encanto set is this one? Is this
the newest Dream House one?
Okay. The new Dream House?
I'm
second Dream House?
If there were 8x16 base plates in it, I would imagine that that's what it is.
Yeah, it'd have to be fairly large. Well, they also had they had the plant one, Maribel's Garden of Doom, or whatever the heck it is.
Yeah, this one actually, this is funny. This wasn't one of the ones that I put on my list.
I like this one because it has some cool functions.
Mm-hmm.
It's playable.
It's a Ben set for sure. Like this is kind of your style in the first place.
Yeah, the only issue that a lot of people had, and I agreed, is kind of this weird split cockpit issue. It's like, what's even the point if you have a giant hole in the middle of your cockpit for having a spaceship? But
it looks like a drone, but it doesn't
act.
Yeah. It looks like a drone, but it doesn't act like a drone. Like that's the thing that annoys me about it. Monica Berry says that she's building the big magical house. She doesn't know what the official name is because the name isn't on the box of the promo set. 43245.
43245 678 985 4321. I also liked this set because it could pick up the smaller rover, even though Lego made 19 rovers this year.
Yeah.
So Yilgar points out, yes, that my problem is that there's a hole in your cockpit. Yes.
Yeah.
You never want that.
Nah.
You never
Hey,
want a hole in your cockpit.
your taint's gonna get cold.
Very cold.
Yeah.
Very, very freezing.
Yeah.
Well, you've only got 15 minutes to go here, Mark. So do you want to
Yeah, sure. I'll go with my next one.
show me
Somebody
what you
moved it
got?
from stage. Yeah, sure. Ready for Inception? It's like my favorite part now.
Legception.
Pew 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 pew. First of all, this is the one that Monica's building, and now that I look at it,
Aha.
I'm like, yeah, that's a ton of colors, especially if I find it on clearance. Oh, I can make a video. We tried to do some ACOB Target clearance section videos, Matt and I, and failed hard. This is one of the first ones I
Fun.
picked
Yeah, I
because
like this little one.
it's so cute.
Yeah, what's kind of interesting about this one is when I first saw this one, I really liked it. It can be picked up by the VTOL, which is cool. So it has a little hook on the back where it can be lifted.
That is
The
cool.
one issue with it is in person, it's not as impressive as the pictures are, which is a little
Yeah.
disappointing.
I think this would look great chunkified. And again, we have
Yeah.
the issue of like this is the only tomato soup pieces in here, at least at first glance, appear to be Technic. Yes, exactly. I don't know if we can get a better shot, but like somebody's got a little cockpit back here, and like again, it looks like something that should be remote controlled because it's not like you can really use minifigures with this. Or like, what's the scale? Does someone sit in this? Like, what's up? I don't. Let's go. Maybe the lifestyle shots will tell us how to play with this. Okay, it doesn't really tell me a whole hell of a lot.
I don't know if you're going with this one next, but
that is definitely a bedroom there. Oh yes, no, it's definitely on there. You do your next one next. I love that.
I mean, this one should win.
You showed me I have to do Inception.
Yeah, that's fine.
So what happens when I don't have an array?
The other one that I really liked because it was King of the Rovers in Rover Year was this one here. This one I think looks nice when it's all compacted like this. I just thought this one had a lot of personality, and because Lego had produced like 20 rovers, and this was the best of all of them, this is the reason I wanted to build a rover for Brickworld Chicago, more so than anything else. There were 15 of them, but I liked this one the best.
Yeah.
So
lots
of interesting features.
I can kind of see how that was your inspiration for the one that you built in Chicago, the duck.
Yeah, a little bit. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
I definitely have to still redo that one.
But... Yeah, I was to say I was wondering if you might have worked on that this week, but I was happy to see you back to Castle.
Yeah, not yet. I didn't particularly love the suspension on this because the wheels, like if one goes up, the other one has to go down.
Okay, which is
kind of a weird suspension design.
Yeah, they should be. I mean, if it's going to be all terrain, should have independent suspension. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Different kids can play with it. But yeah, where is this one? Where is the picture of this one?
Realgar and I. Hey, that's the same bedroom that the girl had in the last picture I showed. Realgar, you missed we talked about him at the beginning of the show. There were a lot of deaths. Yeah, and he was 40.
40. Which makes you think something happened, but who knows?
Younger than the kid from Elf, Benji. Something. Sorry.
Sitcom kid. And by the way, I fixed it on our Run a Show. Oh. Let me actually fix it on our Run a Show. I fixed it on the Run a Show, but then I didn't re-upload it. So you guys can look at this while I do that.
Oh, pretty. Actually, I'll go to my next one while we're doing Inception. And you were correct. This is one of the ones that I really... Because it's adorable.
It is adorable.
Is this not the cutest fucking set Lego has ever produced in the history of time?
Do you feel a little tainted by the fact that it lost you a maple poly bag?
Yeah, but then we had 200 of them at Chicago? Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, I'm filled with maple poly bags. I don't know how many I need in the first place. Like I bought 6 of them at first.
I mean, I was basically just giving them away.
Yeah, which is what we wanted to do with them. But I mean, it's just like cute little friend spacesuits and like, okay, you got it. There we go. Oh, you got all of them.
I got them all in there. Try to get them all in there.
Perfect.
So Jacoby won the Super Bowl with the Ravens. We just talked about the other ones. So lots of
thinking about
sadness there.
Me calling that the most adorable set that Lego has ever produced. I think maybe a fun topic
This is
for
up
the
there.
next time we're on the show together. We should do like our top 5 favorite Lego sets, and then our like in another week like our least 5 favorite, or we can do them both in the same week like a BuzzFeed article.
Yeah, yellow frickin' castle, number 1 with a bullet.
Yeah, I love that one too.
I don't know why we're friends. I really don't. So yeah, I mean, I like both these Technic ones, but I am
Yeah,
agreeing that if I forgot one on my list, but you had it, it was definitely this one. It's super cute. I don't even know what to say about it.
it
other
is
than it's
adorable.
super cute.
Hey, is there any news on VIP week? Sitcom kid's name is Benji Gregory
Wing.
Hertzberg. Didn't realize he had 3 names.
Shop. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, let's just go home to Lega.
What's up, Lego?
Offers. Let's see if we got some offers.
Are
Insider
you ready
days.
for Lego Insider Days?
716 to 720.
So we do
What's
have
on
news on that.
sale?
Look at this. You heard it here first, folks. I doubt that. At least
I doubt that too.
you heard it here first, VMAC Attack.
They want me to become a member. Normally I would be signed in, but because I reset my computer and it has not frozen since, other than that one terrible day when it froze 3 times on stream, and I was, visually perturbed.
And I thought it
haven't
was
had any
me.
issues since then.
Have you seen what I did during the time that you were frozen? Have you looked back at that episode? I was like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, fuck, I'm frozen. Great. I'm not even in the stream. Why am I even here? And then I saw chat, like, comments coming in from the Tainted that were like,
They're like, no, you're
Ben's frozen.
fine.
You're
Ben's
and I was
frozen.
I'm like, is this stream just gonna like combust tonight? So my next one was this, because it's also really cute.
It is also cute. I do have that one. I do not think I've opened it yet, though.
Okay.
All
right,
I think
fair enough.
The biggest thing with that one is I wanted to use the dome pieces on those.
Yeah.
And I wanted to use the dome pieces on that other little one. All right, now I'm back. Now I'm signed in, so we can actually look at the offers. I wanted to use the domes on the $35 City Space one that came out, the Space Lab with the carrot, the giant tree carrot.
Let's go ahead and put you up.
I wanted to use those on the rovers, but I just couldn't make it work for the rover cab very well. It might be something I revisit.
I was say that looks like it might not be the easiest piece to use in that way. I'm sure people come up with a lot of. It may sound like a challenge to you. Okay, so Atari,
some keychains. That's exciting. This Avatar set, if anyone ever wanted that, maybe for the pieces, but otherwise, I don't know why you would. 246 pieces. I don't know. You could get this fun stunt set for 40% off.
I might actually do that because we have all the stunt spike stuff that we do for.
That's pretty cool.
What's it called?
This one goes on sale like every 3 days.
What's it called? It's called Brickworld, is what I meant to finish that sentence with. VMAC Attack says friend spacesuits are cool and the lower gravity makes it easier for them to hop around. Good.
It's important.
Yes. Chris Cummings said, I read where he fell asleep in his car with his service dog in a bank parking lot after he deposited some checks. Both him and the dog. The dog died too?
Oh, man. I assume
Why would you go to sleep in your car?
I assume that's Benji.
Yeah.
Benjamin, what's his name?
Yeah.
The sitcom star.
Benji Gregory here. Benji Gregory Hertzberg.
Yes. That's what we have on offer for sales. Hulkbuster goes on sale like every couple weeks until they get rid of them. 30% off. I think I've seen it 50% off.
I would say it's like the foosball table.
Kinda. But yeah, double stunt loop. So there you go. You got a couple ideas there. Let's see here. Offers. Don't really see what else we've got here other than the sales. The offers kind of leads to nothing right now. Well,
Tell us out.
This Creativity 12-in-1 gift with online purchase of $80 or more.
That looks like a hot mess. Like just looking at usually there's some sort of like. Okay.
Rebuild into a bunch of different things. None of them are really thematic. I don't know. You got like a koala and then a lion, and then some of them are kind of summary. Like a lighthouse and a fair thing.
What's above the lighthouse? It looks
This
like
is a campfire with a roasted
Oh,
marshmallow.
thank you. I was like, it looks like a beaver on fire.
Yeah, this looks like some sort of what do you call those things?
Flaming beavers. That's what you call them.
No,
Oh God.
I've never called them that. It's
Oh,
like some
I'm
sort of
so
chairlift or
happy right
something
now.
here.
Oh, okay, yeah, a chairlift. I think they call it.
Or yeah, but when
A
they have
ski
them
lift.
that yeah, but when they're like way up in the mountains, they like the what
A
are they?
tram. A tram.
Yeah, kind of like a tram.
Yeah.
We got a little crab. We got a little underwater scene.
The rumor. The
I
rumor
don't
is double points and 3 GWPs. Oh no, not the beaver.
Yeah, don't start the beaver on fire. So that's the rumor, but we'll never know because they don't want to tell us. They just want to say, we've got special insider days.
Beaver on fire.
But we won't tell you what they are.
Brick Orphanage says, "Hey,
So,
speaking of beavers, nope." He says, "Speaking of sales, Rakuten Cash back, Rakuten. What is this? Cash back on shop at home is now 15% off. See, it's worth your $1.99 a month. What are you talking about? Even on exclusive. What's Rakuten? Isn't that website?
That's another site, yeah.
Okay. Well, cool. We can check that out.
Okay, let's
maybe
move
after
on.
I'm gone. Yeah.
Because we're running low on time here too. So I don't know in Star Wars villains because I definitely need you here for Star Wars villains.
All right.
So I don't know. This is going to be a short, close call. I want to know this though.
Okay.
Is my wife weird? When I get in the car after she's been in the car and it's 95 degrees plus 105 heat index from all the humidity, I always find that she has the AC turned on to this.
The feet only?
The feet, and then defrost up into the windshield. I'm like, no, I want the shit blasting full bore into my face. This is how it works. I want to be air conditioned. But she always does this every time she changes it. So she's weird, right? Is this a close call or does everyone agree? She's just crazy for doing this to me.
I'll say that setting.
Amy says face only. See?
Yeah.
Agreed.
The setting she uses for air conditioning is what I use for heat in the winter. So that, because hot air rises, you need to come in, my feet are usually freezing after I leave the dog park. So you want that blowing out as low as possible. So it'll fill up the car. It's going to rise. Defrost the window. Blowing cold air at the windshield in the summer, I don't think.
What are you doing?
It might even fog it up.
I don't know what.
Cold air against the hot surface might or maybe it causes mist.
I swear every time.
Trying to create an atmosphere in the car,
I was just like, maybe I'm weird, and I need to.
Two. Yeah, there we go. That's what happens.
Here we go. It's because my phone clips to the vent, and then it just blows air into my phone. Well, move your frickin' phone, Z-Spouse. Joining us from Salt Lake City.
Vent. The driver usually has 2 vents that can
Sarah says no, she's weird. I hate blasting it in my face.
That's why you turn it slightly off.
Face
so it's
only.
Blowing towards your shoulders.
Yeah, you could move the vent up and down. You can't do anything with the ones blasting at your feet and up into the windshield. They're not controllable. One where you're going into your face, you can at least move it around. Let's see.
Oh, there you
go. Z-Spouse knows what she's doing here, apparently. Doesn't like blowing into her face either. Well, what's the temperature in Australia? Is it,
Recirculate, yes.
Oh, man. Of course you have to put it on recirculate. I don't disagree with that.
She's going to tell us in Celsius, so why'd you even ask her?
Well, and I know that Australia, they're opposite of what we are in terms of seasons, and 90% of the country is dry, super terrible desert, but maybe it's a dry heat. I don't know.
Hey, spouse shaming is what this live stream is for. Matt doesn't watch, so I can't do it quite as effectively.
And VMAC corrects us. He says, don't listen to Sarah. She likes it blasting in her face. Okay.
Great. Now we have a lying taint.
Whatever.
Blasting in my face when I'm hot. Otherwise, settings are the same, but I angle it away from my face. Yes, agreed. That's kind of what I do as well. My smelly socks would turn cheese to mold in minutes. So he blows it at his feet. Is that what we're going for? Well, I wouldn't want. If that's the case, don't blow all that in the car. Are you driving by yourself, sir?
Yeah.
Glad I have some support when you didn't think I would be here. Anything over 30. Oh, yes, it is. Yeah.
There's a replay, Z-Spouse. I'm not hiding this from you. Unlike
Like
my mistresses that are free to come over this week while you're gone. Those I am hiding from you.
All right, so we've got.
But that's true. Okay.
I've got less than a minute left here, so.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, last week, this rant is not even going to be timed because it frustrated me so hardcore. Last week, we had this. People were talking about how they wanted Enoch in a set, and I was like, oh, the Ahsoka guy, like the dude with the mask, like the fifth brother. Turns out his name is Morok, not Enoch. So I got kind of mad at Star Wars, thinking, how many damn villains you need that end in Ak, right? We got Morok, we got Enoch.
I don't think Enoch's a villain. I think Enoch's a good guy.
Well, maybe that's your opinion. But I want to run through some of these other Star Wars villains and see if you can name them ending in Ak. Who's this guy?
Kirik.
Krennic. Krennic, if you use the original Coruscanti pronunciation.
Oh, Krennic, then.
Yes. But maybe Krennic in the Outer Rim. But he's Krennic on Coruscant. How about this? How about this guy?
I have no effing idea.
This is Moloch.
From what?
He's from Solo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've only seen that once.
As this guy, he's animated. Do you know who this is?
Joe Brock.
No. Dr. Hemlock. How about this guy?
Mordock.
Realgar says Moltok, but that I don't think that's right. I believe this guy's name is Darth Warlock, of course, but then he did get Hemlock, so he's on it with me here.
All right.
How about this guy here?
It looks like Dwayne the Rock Johnson playing Darth Maul. So
it's
the
Darth
Rock.
Havoc, but it was
Come
a good
on.
guess. It was a good guess. Okay, how about this guy?
I don't remember his name, but this is not Star Wars.
What do you mean?
This is Indiana Jones. This is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
This was in Han Solo's fedora-wearing days. He was still going to faraway lands to raid for loot. He was still a single ladies man.
Okay. Yeah, legacy stuff is real.
Belloc.
VMAC had it.
How about this origin story? Can you name who this is?
Robotics and engineering genius has an accident forcing him to forever be tied to a mechanical suit, turning him from prodigy to evil villain in the blink of an eye. Often attempts to choke enemies and make grand entrances into transport vehicles.
You would say that this sounds just like Darth Vader, doesn't it?
That's what I was gonna say, but it doesn't.
But that doesn't end in Ak. No,
it does not.
It's this. He's got the same origin story. It's literally the same.
I've never seen you so happy in my life. I don't. Oh no, there's more. This is. I'm gonna say this is crotch rot. Because, dude, I don't know where we're going here. I've never seen this thing in my life. Darth Rock. Darth Bach.
Close.
Maestro Bach. Wait, I'm gonna say it. Don't worry. Darth Croc. Damn it!
You were really close.
I was gonna say Grand Moff. I was gonna say Grand Moff Croc, but he had a lightsaber. I was guessing you were gonna go just a little bit off of. Oh God.
This next one I can't help myself. I'm gonna turn away when I flip it because this one kills me every time. Here it comes.
I'm so sorry that I don't know what's happening right now. Oh God! Why did we?
This isn't even my best one.
Oh no! This is still going. Wait. Saki walk. I remember. All right, Captain Cock.
Close.
All right. Oh dear Lord, Inquisitor clock.
You were really close.
Okay. VZ block.
Captain
Captain
Block.
block. Okay, I
Really
was gonna go with
close.
Captain. I was gonna try to give a stormtrooper designation. Builder of MOCs.
Close.
Me?
This is what it came up with for you. I had to tell it to build an Art Deco Lego mock.
Oh my God.
Darth Stud is what Chris thinks this one should be named.
We should have skipped the tomato soup thing and done this because I'm way over now.
Yeah, we are. I couldn't help myself.
Oh no, this is genius.
So anyway, who knew they had so many Ock bad guys? Yeah, look at the Darth Vader pauldron. Yeah.
I am
Mark
beside myself here. I'm like, so there's a new category in like Lego MOCs that's been cropping up in Brickworld that is wearables.
Mm-hmm.
If I wanted
Certainly has been.
if I wanted to disguise at Brickworld so that I can go enjoy the show without being bothered, this is the one to build. I think.
I think this one might be off the table. All the Tainted will know who you are at least.
I mean, I wouldn't F with this guy.
Yeah, but here he is, Mark
Well,
Mock.
I just saw Darth Vader's face in the pauldron. Now I see
Yep.
what you mean. You know.
Yep.
Mark Mock. Oh my God.
My favorite by far is
Bok.
Darth. Bok was good. Darth
Darth
Sock.
Sock.
I couldn't help myself on this one. I said, create a Sith Lord that looks like a dirty sock. And they came up with one. I'm like, no. I want it to look like a sock puppet. And when this popped up on screen, I could not help myself.
Did you
I almost
use
peed my pants?
Did I show you the artist I use for you to make these?
I don't. We
Or
may
did you
have
find
used
your
the
own
same
artist?
artist.
Okay,
No, we
okay.
may have used the same one.
Okay.
But
Because
there it is.
these are amazing.
Darth Sock. I didn't know.
Same, Monica. I was like, I hit my head on the desk. I didn't realize how close the L was. So when I went over to I was like, bonk. Unfortunately, I have to fucking leave now.
But there
I just
you
want to
go.
celebrate this. I mean, if we can introduce your artist to Derek and see if we can get a song.
But all the Star Wars villains that end in Ock, that would be a good song.
I'm not even going to try to rant tonight. So I have to take off. You won't be here next week.
No.
I wouldn't be rushing out after that if it wasn't for the fact that my brother-in-law and his family need to go to bed in an hour because they have to work tomorrow.
I got to put my kids to bed too. So.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I have to leave right now because that was brilliant. Thank you for that, by the way. So I won't. I'll be here next week. You will not be. You definitely won't be.
I've been told I definitely won't be. Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Now I get it. Cool. So I would say continue for a while and see if and close out the show in a normal way. But I've got to get going now because they're even coming to find me. So
all right.
I'm gonna drop out. Good to see everybody.
All right.
Love you guys.
Bye, Mark Mock.
Bye.
All right. So yeah.
Hello, Summer.
I remove this guy from the stream. There he goes. Oh. Whoa, there he went. So I don't even know what I was thinking with that, other than I was supposed to be working on a song for Mark's intro for his walk up with the garage band. And so, I was using a friend to do a little artistry with me. And that particular friend thought some of those were pretty good. But I knew for sure that I would get a couple laughs on some of those from Mark. I didn't know we'd get that wrapped up in it. My wife did not laugh nearly as hard the first time, but that worked pretty well. As our friend Lego Team B is saying, if you want other people to share in the Star Wars villain Ox, you got to hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Get it out there that we do this nonsense on the stream. We're not just Lego. We're also the Lifestyle Shot Rippers. We're the AI camera folks. We have a garage band. And we just get into some silliness every now and then. Because that's the way we like to roll. So I know that we had a bit of a in memoriam at the beginning of this show. And probably for us, and I've had yeah, okay. I didn't laugh as hard, but I laughed. Well, it's more fun when Mark is here and seeing them for the first time. Let's see. Have them do the Imperial March major chords to Darth Mark intro. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. VMAX is feeding me some good stuff here. But our in memoriam section, we actually had a couple of in memoriam type mosaics this year for our friend Bob Ross, who is a bit of a hero for us because he has that nice positive energy, especially on a bit of a downer when we're surrounded by some chaos like we have been this week for a number of reasons. So what Bob Ross would tell us is that, remember, there are no mistakes. There are only happy accidents. And of course, we're going to end the show with something that our garage band has come up with. We have lots of options for an outro. What do the people want? I've got the only song that we didn't play in our repertoire today is probably Spaceships, Orange Spaceships. So we could play some Orange Spaceships to close out the show, or we could do a classic outro from the Blockleverse. So whoever's fastest on that keyboard, let me know what you want to hear, and that's what we'll play to end our show this week. Mark should be back next week. I'm going to have a week off, recharge my batteries a little, and work hard on the walk-up song for Mark. He set the bar high with a lot of video transitions. I actually already have the song written. I just don't have the the music for it. VMAC wants some Blockleverse. So I think that's a good call. We'll go into the Blockleverse with, let's see here. What's my favorite Blockleverse one? I think my favorite Blockleverse one is probably... It's probably... That's a good question. It's probably this one. Okay, here we go. Little Blockleverse outro.
Brick Story, Dreamgirls cruise ship building toys playset, Creative Friends yacht building sets, 318 pieces, Girls City boat model building kit, Christmas birthday gift for kids ages 6 to 12. Let's check it out. It's also a Carnival cruise line. Oh, wait a minute. It's a Carn-Rival? Look at... All right, so we see... All right, before I touch this picture, well, let's just go right there. It says Carnival here. What does this say? Carn-Rial. Right? Something crazy has been photoshopped already for zero reason.
Yeah.
You can play with this set even if you're Siamese twins. Role play?
Yeah. Fair enough. Or room decoration.
Room decoration. With your glass vase of different colored straws.
Straws.
And they're bendy straws.
Well, duh. Why would you even... And I sure as hell hope they aren't paper straws, okay?
I do too, actually.
Whether you love the environment or hate the environment,
you can hate paper straws and love the
paper
environment.
Straws are terrible regardless.
No, they're garbage. Oh, look. at that. What's that?
What's what? Okay.
What's behind the windshield?
What is behind the windshield?
Look.
Hell.
There's some weird ass minifigure in there.
How is that possible?
There's
They don't
two.
have figures.
There's two. It's like we're being invaded. It's just like we just made first contact with Blockoverse people. Can you not see it? How can
I can see him. I can see him.
You can see him now?
I can. He's like a mini doll
Yeah, I think they're
at
both
the
women.
steering wheel. And you're right. And then there's one back behind peeking its head out. But they only appear in that picture.
Mm.
I think that's the same picture, just rescaled, that they used in the lifestyle shop, the Siamese
Agreed.
twins. So you can see them sort of there.
Oh my god, you're right. Look at that.
It's the same picture.
Siamese twins. We're making
Same.
discoveries. This is why, like, physics research is important.
Okay,
Like
hold on.
this- Yeah.
Hold on. Lifestyle picture, Siamese twins. The
Okay,
girl on the girl on
I'm
the
there.
left. The girl on the left, she's holding like a pen or maybe a detonator with a bright red light on the end.
He 100% is.
Just coming out. she's also in the bomb making business. Look at that.